Good morning. We're going to look at a couple Canva tips today, some ways to simplify the process of creating some slides in Canva, especially since so many of you have been using it lately to create slides for your clubs and your teams to put on our cafeteria loop. So I really appreciate you stepping out of your comfort zone and using something new here. So for Canva, I want to show you a couple quick tricks, things that'll help you to make those slides. So there's a bit of a difference between design and elements. Design is the overall feel of the entire slide, and that's where you can use some describing words. You can use colors. You can use, describing adjectives and nouns and different things that you would like to see in your presentation theme. Okay. Once you have the theme you want, you go ahead and you choose it, and it gives you all the supplemental slides that go with that theme. Pick the one you want to start with, and there you have your theme. Elements is just specific things you want to add to the slide in terms of images, shapes, graphics. You can do different tables, a bunch of fun stuff. I'll show you one or two things now. I'm going to first start with aligning to the page. So let's start with, I'm going to take our lighthouse logo here, and we are going to align it to the page. You see how it's just kind of floating in the middle. If I were to right click, align to page, it'll automatically center, align to page in the middle, and that's perfectly centered in the middle. So again, that's a right click, align to page. Makes your life a little easier in terms of positioning things. Okay, so I'm going to do that again, put it right in the middle. Good. Now I wouldn't use this background with this picture. It's a little too bright, but I can do something about it. I can blur it down a bit. So if I click on the entire slide, you'll see this transparency grid here. If you bring it down, it'll reduce the intensity of the image. Okay. If I were to take a full picture here, let's say I were to search for, first day of October is tomorrow. If I were to put this picture here, now I want this to be the background of the entire slide. Of course, I can drag the corners, or I can right click and I can replace the background. Now that's my background. Again, these leaves are far too bright for the EI logo. I would bring them down a little bit. Background remover is a really cool one. So as you use different pictures, I'm going to do a quick Google search. You're not going to see it on your end, but I'm going to pull in a picture here. Let's see. Okay, just going to copy this picture quick. Just for the sake of this, I'm going to take away the lighthouse. I'm going to paste this picture in. You see I have this nice leaf with the green background. If I just wanted the leaf, if I click on it, BG remover, background remover, and now I just have my leaf. If you wanted this picture to be a little bit more high quality, you can do that on any image. You can upscale. You're going to click on the picture. You're going to go on edit, and then you have a whole bunch of fun things you can do here. So you can actually generate a different background. You can do a magic eraser where it's going to have you select things you wanted to get rid of. So if I wanted to get rid of the thumb here, it works pretty well. Sometimes you have to go over it more than once, but if I wanted to go over this thumb and remove the thumb, so I just had the leaf, I may have to do it twice. Nope, this time it worked on the first try. Boom, I no longer have the thumb. But the auto enhance again was the edit. You come down here to scroll down. Oh, sorry, wrong click. Where is my auto enhance? Huh. It's got to be here somewhere. Autofocus. There we go. Autofocus. Okay, and then I can go ahead and I can change the focus, the intensity of the picture. Again, it'll give me a little bit more clarity. All right. And the last thing I wanted to show you was dragging to select. So we know a lot of times you want to choose more than one thing at a time rather than click each thing individually. If I were to click and drag my mouse, I can choose all of the things at once. Now they're all selected, and then I'd be able to center them all or align them evenly, space evenly. So a lot of really nice options for your design when you right click on something. So definitely keep playing with the Canva to make the slides. I hope you're enjoying it. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out.